We're in Washington. Let's spend a few moments now talking with John Bode, who is the president and CEO of the Corn Refiners Association. And John, this is called an issues forum, and we do have a lot of issues to talk about. Let's get to them. One of the things that is always in the news, and even more recently, is biotechnology, and one of those things that you are working on heavily.
You bet. We're very strong advocates for the biotech food labeling bill that Mr. Pompeo from Kansas is leading. We need that so we'll have a uniform standard for food labeling across the country. It's simply impossible for modern agriculture to respond to 5, 10, 20 different labeling requirements, and the fact is it's all driven by people who want to just discourage use of biotechnology.
Well, as we look at the use of biotechnology, many folks say that's what we're going to need to help feed this world, but as we get to that point, before the population continues to grow, we're dealing right now with the dietary guidelines, with this report of recommendations has been released, and really has taken all of agriculture aback.
And the scientific community too. It's very sad. We need federal policy on dietary guidance to be science-based so it really advances public health. And unfortunately, this set of recommendations went out of scope. They gave recommendations on sustainability and tax policy and all kinds of things they had no competence to address, and generally made recommendations without scientific basis. And that is bad for public health in the long run. We need science-based recommendations. That's what will advance it.
Do you think we'll be at a point where we can get some of this solved, and so they really do take a more scientific look as it moves forward, even more based on just maybe public comment?
Yes, I'm hopeful. The Secretary of Agriculture and the Secretary of HHS need to decide what to do now. It is obvious that these recommendations were not science-based, and I am confident they will scale it back. Now, how much they scale back is a question. Longer term, we've got to think about how to fix this process so that it is truly science-based and we stop going off with fads.
John, another issue we want to talk about, in agriculture, we all kind of think of ourselves as a family, and sometimes we do that, but there are some issues that are going on as far as making, maybe one doesn't think the other one's playing fair, but in reality, we all need to try to do what we can so we're working for one common core.
Absolutely. It's essential that we work together. So there's so many people who don't understand agriculture anymore. They haven't spent time on a farm. They don't understand it. And we need to work together. We're concerned about this litigation we have where some folks in the sugar industry, the cane industry, and some in the beet industry joined with them in suing the corn industry. We think that is a very bad idea, because it's all going to come down to what is natural, and they're saying that corn isn't natural, and we're going to wind up pointing out that corn is just as natural as sugar, especially sugar beets that also use biotechnology just like corn. We'd all be better off if we could get along and work things out instead of paying lawyers a lot of money to fuss in a public spectacle.
All right, John, your plate is full, lots of issues, so thanks for the update.
Great to see you always. Take care.
John Bode, President and CEO of the Corn Refiners Association, has joined us. From Washington, I'm Ken Rogers.